morning and welcome back to the Hype Mind. I'm Bear, and today we're talking about something we've brought up in the past and haven't really dove into. And I wanted to bring it up because I think there's some misconceptions in regard to it, and so I want to clear those up. So we're talking about preselection, which is essentially if you're a guy and you have high value and other women want you, you're in a state of being pre-selected. It means other people have already approved your high value. Specifically, other women have already approved your high value. And so other women can see that you've already been chosen by another woman and that you're worth her pursuit, even though she doesn't know you, because she's let another woman do the work, essentially. That's what pre-selection is. It's important to talk about because as a guy, you want pre-selection. You want to be in a place where other women want you, even if you don't act on that. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's important because if you're in that place, well, then other women are going to see women want you, and that'll make them want you. You've probably seen the things where it's like, oh yeah, 20% of the guys get 100% of the women. And I mean, I don't really have to back that up with anything. If you look at people with money and success and other desirable traits, you see them surrounded by other people, and a good number of those people are women. And you know that when you see someone who other people like, you're instantly drawn to them, and you go, oh, what does that person have that everybody else likes? You know, you assume they're cool. Look at celebrities, you know, oh, they're so popular. What is it that makes them this way? You know, and you can look at them and you could say, well, if everybody else wants to be friends with them, I'd love to meet Selena Gomez. I'd love to meet Morgan Wallen or Bradley Cooper, right? Because I can see everybody else thinks they're cool. So it's that idea that someone else has already done the work for you. And again, this really takes a play in relationships with women, and that's what pre-selection is. It's seeing that other women want you, that other women have approved you or selected you already, and so they don't have to go through the vetting process. Is this guy worth my time? Does he have what I need? Does he have what I want? Etc. Someone else has already done that for them, so they can pretty much skip the hard part of figuring out that. Now, the reason we're talking about this is because the question of, do I have to date other women to have pre-selection comes up. And that's an important question, because a lot of times you are inclined to think, I need to have women around me, hanging out with me, in order for other women to see that I'm pre-selected. And that's actually not the case, and here's why. A man who's pre-selected is going to be a high-value man. A man who has options is going to be a high-value man. What does it mean to be a high-value man? It means you're on your purpose. You're chasing what you need to do in your life. Your highest priority is your purpose, whatever that might be. It means you're successful or aspiring with clear direction and motivation towards successfulness, like, you know, financially you're doing well and you're becoming better, or you're already really doing, you know, fantastic in that area. Fitness-wise, you're in great health. You take care of yourself. You look good. You dress well. You clearly have money. You clearly have motivation. You clearly take the time to take care of yourself and be in good shape. You have your life in order. You think of you have good ethics, good morals, you have good code, you have good mannerism, etc. Think of anything that makes you a valuable person. You're educated, you're intelligent, right? All these things. You either have them or you're aspiring to them. Because in the case of younger men, you're not going to have all these things, and women are still going to want you because you're aspiring towards them. They can see that you're motivated and driven and moving in the direction of these things, even if you don't have them yet, right? That's still appealing, right? Because there's potential, but it's legitimate potential. Like, you're actually on the road to that success, whatever that success is. So here's the thing is, as long as you're pursuing these things, as long as you are a high value individual who, even if you don't have all these things, is working successfully towards these things and motivated towards achieving them, women are going to see that. They're going to want you. Whether or not you're dating women, they're going to want to be with you, right? So the two parts of the equation are really, they're not really equal. One is more of a subcategory, and let me explain what I mean by that. The two parts that people commonly confuse as equal are, you need to be well on the road to success, and you need to have women hanging around you. Like, you need to be dating women, whether it's spinning plates or in a relationship or married or whatever. You need to have women in your life. And the truth is, having women in your life is actually a subcategory. It's a smaller part of the bigger. If you have women in your life, it's because you already have established the other half that you think is the other half. Really it's the whole. And the reason for that is, if you have women in your life, it's because you're already accomplishing that. Sure, you could focus on no degree of success and on only introducing women to your life, but you're not going to have quality women in your life, so that's not going to attract women. You're essentially faking it. So women are going to see that the women who are in your life are easy, low value, maybe immature, etc. And so eventually they'll either realize that you're a waste of time and leave, or that you're not being honest and leave, or they will, or you'll only attract other women who are not of high value, not to your standards, which, if you're doing that to begin with, your standards are kind of low. But that being said, having women in your life is a subcategory, right? You don't need to have women in your life to attract women. That's the point I'm getting at. As long as you are pursuing success with motivation, pursuing your purpose with motivation, working or already have your life squared away financially, mentally, spiritually, physically, right? You're in good shape, you have money, you have morals and ethics, maybe you're a religious individual or a spiritual individual, you have good habits, and you have good mindset, and you have emotional control and all these other things. And when you work towards that, you really see that subcategory come into play, where you have options of women to date. But the catch is, you don't have to date them. You'll still attract tons of women, even if you don't date women. You don't need to date women to attract women. You just need to be a person who's well on their way, or already has accomplished these levels of success in areas that are important to you. And yeah, dating women isn't important. So, and again, the reason for that is, they're going to come to you whether or not you date women or not. If you don't date women and you're this person who's up here on the social ladder, that's another important one, right? Success is or value is having social standing, being respected by people who are also respectable individuals, or who are higher up on the social ladder or the ladder of status. And so, throw that in there as a side note. And so as long as they see that's who you are, whether or not you're dating women are going to want you, right? You don't have to have women revolving around you and you dating them for other women to want you. you are going to have women revolving around you if this is what you're pursuing and you're on your purpose and you're achieving this status and this success and whatever. And so that's the point I want to drive home. Do you need to date women as a guy? No, absolutely not. Do you need to date women as a guy in order to get women? No. Not if you're doing what you should be doing, which is the pursuit of that success in your life, which depends to some degree on what that means to you. Again, your purpose is going to be your purpose. I can't tell you what that is. I might be able to see it before you do, but most of the time you're going to know what it is. Success is going to look different to you, but that's whatever. But as long as you're financially stable, even if you're not a multi-millionaire, as long as you're financially stable, you're emotionally stable, maybe you're not a celebrity, maybe you're not the president of the United States or a king of some foreign country, but if you have status within your own town, people know you, people respect you, or maybe you're involved in your town, and so you actually have status with a label, so to speak. You're not just the guy everybody likes around town. You're also the selectman, the first selectman, or leader of the board of education or something. So maybe you have a title with that status too. But at any rate, what success looks like to you, that's going to vary. As long as you're on your way there, as long as you're motivated, moving towards it, or you have it, you're going to have women around you. You don't need to date women to have women around you. Now, if you date women, you're going to have women around you, and it's going to also want women to be around you. But again, the point is, you can just focus on you, and women will naturally be drawn to that. Thanks for joining, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.